Pride and why? Why? No comprende. Why what? Where did I start with? Tell me about this why when it comes to pride, tornado, in reverse. Why would you want to cause all these problems in your own life? I feel completely overwhelmed with confusion. Verified in the reverse when it's already been shown to you that your pride is destroying your life. What is this particular situation? Wendy? Toxic love for money. Why would you stay in this relationship when all of this is happening? Your home nearly, or it did, your car. Tell me about this toxic. I mean, it's making you crazy. It's no secret either. This would be dreams to me. So this at the bottom, this would be, you said that this was the man or woman of your dreams, or you thought it was, and now it's been proven to you, verified, that all they do is cause this tornado type of shit in your life. And every single time, and it says, oh my God, and fail. Okay? With the gentleman, this is either you used to be a gentleman, or you say you want a gentleman in your life, but you allow this. Someone's pitch of their voice changed, or they changed the pitch of someone's voice and altered it so that, right? But this could even be your twin. This could even be that, if you're, okay, I'm going to go with the pride thing on this particular story, that this is a man who's with a woman, and the pitch of their voice is changing. These are all clear signs. It feels like if you didn't acknowledge whatever this is on your own with the pride, then I refuse to believe it. And what this is doing to you. It's just a constant cycle of bad things, eruptions, cars breaking down, health scares. You're only going to be protected from this situation for so long. And this doesn't even feel like protection from others, but this feels like protection from yourself in some weird way. Yeah, and you just wind up stuck. Pisces, heavy Pisces here, but this keeps you from actually finding what you truly need. You're too old to be like this, with your arms crossed, and look, this is keeping you from actually reaching out, or this is changing the way you even speak. Your pitch could even be, let's say this. Let's say your voice is getting higher. It could be a symbolism of you becoming a little bitch in this situation, becoming that. I'm listening to South Park and their voices. You know how that voice could become annoying if you don't already know that it comes with comedy. Right, so we accept it there, but it feels like your voice, your entire pitch of your voice is changing because of what this situation is turning you into. It's like you'll sit there. Are you just watching another woman here? Heavy. You stalking and spying on another woman, yet staying in a situation where you can't stand this person. You're not even sleeping with the enemy anymore. Middle class. tell me, were you used to give back? Let's say that you grew up in a certain situation. This wasn't necessarily poverty that you grew up in, but you grew up middle class. Don't forget, because when we say don't forget where you came from, we tend to believe initially, or I do anyway, that it has to be a impoverished environment. But the hang thing, it could just be that you're leaving people hang that either helped you or that you had a good friendship at the very least with. It's like you watch this woman here that could be an earth sign, but then it's nothing, and then it's this, or this is what someone says. Okay, I get it. This is also why this keeps happening over and over and over again. Is I'm looking at, okay, I see how things really are, and this King of Cups doesn't have to be love for a relationship, but this is, I'm going to reach out, or I'm going to do something, and then it never happens. And I think it's because for a lot of you, you're thinking of a relationship when it comes to this. You're thinking of whether if I can't sleep with them or have a relationship, the friendship thing needs to come back between men and women. Balance. It doesn't. We think of balance too. This is part of programming that happened over time. We think that balance and counterparts are only in love, but this is just somebody that helps. This is a perfect partner in life. And I want to make something clear. I have a problem with women. And the only women that will understand this problem I have are others who see themselves as high as I do. For you men who are attacking me, I'm in the same boat that you are. Yeah. Don't look at me because I have tits and I have female parts that I'm an adversary in this situation. I agree with how you feel about women. But doing this to a good woman who understands and who is a good friend and a good partner and everything, it's again with the pride. So on a whole, they're saying, what is it that you're looking for? You're fighting yourself in this situation. It's leaving you like this. This is what they're showing me. Your how you feel is as if you are tied up and in a straitjacket, but you're not. You can actually release yourself from this by looking at this differently. If you looked at this differently, and you saw that this woman here was just somebody who, let's say you need something, there she is. You need advice, there she is. She doesn't throw it in your face. This is what you're craving in some way. All the boys watching, are you all just watching women like this? It's making this so much worse, because this is the mindset. I'm watching them, and then you'll in your head, instead of imagining you being friends or just having playful banter or a conversation that keeps you from being like this, you're looking at it like this. You're already assuming someone else is going to wind up getting to them, and then I'm never going to be friends with them. I'm never going to be able to be in their life, and that's making things worse. When did it become okay to... I'm going to keep saying this because I'm in complete disbelief at my own situation. When did it become okay to physically attack repeatedly good women? Go attack. If you need a release, because a lot of you do, you need something to be released. I need to get this out of my system. There's a whole planet of women, okay, whether they were born them or not, but they turned themselves into one at the very least, who deserve this type of treatment. What you would get in return for making them the targets, no. And don't forget that a lot of you sacrificed these good women, and now this is the repercussion. Even friends, some of you killed your friends for life insurance. This isn't always wives and girlfriends. You killed your mothers and sisters and nieces and shit who were solid with you, and your life was better when they were in it. It's okay to say, I fucked up when I got rid of this type. Yeah, look, you killed a lot of them. And it was because she said something, right? She could have said something that you needed to hear, but it was legit. It wasn't to hurt you. Yeah, this was judgment. She could have said, like, you judge women, or you seem to hate women, or something like that, and you took it out. And it makes me upset and angry at the same time that you'll spend time. This is intentionally spending time with the types of women you despise and getting rid of the ones that you actually cared for. I don't want to hate men. I'm on the precipice of this, and I don't want to. It doesn't make me feel, it's not natural for me. You're getting rid of and destroying women who love men. And let's say that it could be, I see round. Let's say that it could be, was I born a female? Am I a jealous female? Let's just assume that's it. So let's get past that, right? Let's get past that and say, there's a possibility that the way I'm looking at this is from a female's perspective, but yet I can't stand females. Maybe that's what's triggering something in you. Or at the very least, you spending time with a certain type of woman turns you into that. You're mirroring the women that you're spending time with. So now when you see the other, not the latter, but the higher of the two, you feel intimidated or like she's competition now, and this creates competition between men and women. This needs to stop. It's just too much. Round, and this could be 9 with the IX or 11. Let's talk about what this round is. Tell me about what this round is. Of something coming back. Every time you do something, this feels quick. This feels like I didn't even get to take the action to attack, but I'm thinking of it, and immediately it's halted in some way, and that's creating anger and rage. If you could just do us good women, great women, a favor, and just sit there and think first of, what is it that I'm doing? This is me seeing a vehicle that I like, ordering it, them calling me and telling me that it's ready, me having the cash to pick it up, cash, and then going and betting everything on a loser. You know what I mean? And until you have somebody explain it to you in a certain way, you don't recognize that this is self. What's another? I can't stand using this term anymore. I'm going to see what else I can use for self-sabotage. You're really starting to sound like your mom. I didn't want to say this, but you're really starting to sound like your mom. You're starting to sound like your wife. You're starting to sound like your colleagues, your women colleagues that do nothing but bitch and complain about men. You can only take so much of this in before now your brain gets programmed to feel the same way. Some of you're fighting with the men in your life too, and it is because you were born a female, and this is natural to have some kind of controversy, but this is getting out of control. You being around women like this who speak about men like this for men, you're starting to dislike men too. So you're hating the world at some point. Self-sabotage synonym. Self-defeating behavior, self-destructive, self-undermining too. You're right. You're not seeing it. It's the lack of self-worth. What's with the letter? Did you write a letter to somebody? Or maybe they're saying, write it in a letter as if you have some, let's just say this. There's some of you who are, you're stuck and you can't say the things you need to say to a certain someone. Just say your mom passed away, your wife's not here, or I would love to have her in front of me. And then some of you had that opportunity, and for some reason, either you ingested something, or some of them are putting perfume on or oils. There are some people that are creating some type of scent with pheromones, where now you can't resist. Be wary of that. It's better to do this. Write them a letter and mail it to them. And for those of you who feel like you need closure when it came to a woman, or it's affecting your interaction with every woman or even man, for whatever this is, right? I would say write a letter as if you know that person is it's inevitable that they're going to read it. For the ones who are dead and you feel like I need some kind of closure because they got the last word, and it could have been they left it at that, and then I knew I wanted to think or breathe before I could respond, and then they passed away. Or some of them, you think they passed away and they faked their own death, and you were the problem. It's admitting that you're actually the problem as well. Write these passed on individuals that left you high and dry, that left you without having resolution. Write them letters. The burning tower of emotion. They're setting up something downstairs that is going to wind up taking the lives of many people. I hear drills and all kinds of shit, and there have been things beneath me that I feel that they are, what are they called? Defibrillators. I feel vibration constantly underneath me. People have gotten shocked with whatever this is. I just want to say publicly, whatever they're installing or trying to do next will take the lives of many people. And this is where I'm at. So if people are going to tell you to go to that address that most of you know that I'm at on West Oxford, 3218 West Oxford Avenue, be careful of being led into a trap. Some of these people are setting up things. They don't know what side they're on. They're angry at me for something where they don't even have a reason to be. They're just angry at themselves. Others are angry at some of you for doing certain things, and it feels like, let's get life insurance policies, or I just want this person out of my life, so let me set something up as a trap. You're having a hard time seeing the beauty in anything. I mean, you don't say anything positive anymore. I mean, this is overwhelming to me. Xavier and Jeremiah, they are. Yeah, you do. Those of you that you do have compassion, you're showing the wrong people the compassion, and this is coming back to you immediately. This is, let me help you financially, and you already owe me money just because I refuse to help this one, WP. You're becoming a prisoner of your own war. And they just put war on here because I love when they do this shit. TH. Billy Thomas or Billy Thompson. This isn't racial anymore. PTS too. This is PTSD. I'm curious to see if the D flies out. No. PTSD. PTSD. Post-traumatic stress bullshit. Is that what somebody used to say? Tired of the same words being used. I hear you. People are tired of the police not being held accountable. Is this a 24 open 24 internet banking? PTSD. Pharmacy technician certified board. No, that's not it. PTSD to let go 3. Okay, so that you're letting go. This could even be that even for those of you that are connected to corporations, everything that you've done in the past, this could be for you all, it's racial. That is actually, a lot of that was racial, the PTSD. Your views and and your beliefs on other people, the color of their skin or their heritage, is affecting you now. Former PTSD chief executive breached consumer code. Cut mortgage rates for the 4th time. I mean, you do what you want. I don't want to say you take this information for that, for what it's worth, to act in best interest of customers. Or any of these homeless people. Yeah, you've made well enough money to give back in some way. You're going to experience, those of you that even, some of you said that you funded and you donated and you never did, you lied. And others of you were put in positions where you could easily have helped certain people and you chose not to. You chose to buy a jet, or you chose to get a yacht, or you chose to buy a home somewhere. All of this death here, you're about to experience this. The only advice I can give you is, instead of now making it worse and taking the shovel and digging yourself a deeper hole, I would just accept the fact that if you were these people on the other side and you were hungry and homeless and it was to no fault of your own, some of you asked, put me in a situation where I can meet people that deserve my help, and you were, and you either breadcrumbed them with that help. It's just I'm scared to part with money. That's what this is. It's horrible. I hope that this helped for some people. I don't want to see it get to this point where the whole world has to be flattened first in order for a point to come across in some way. But if that's what has to happen, and this is me just being a messenger, some of you take the shit that people like me say as if we're the ones saying it, when you know that this is inevitable, because some of you even spoke about this, how you believe in cause and effect, you believe in karma, but when it comes to you, something happened where you thought that you were exempt, and we've all been like this at some point. Be that person in your community that changes so other people can see. Those of you who lied and said that you did things, some people didn't believe you because they can read you. Others did, but now you have to cover up all this loss because you lied about giving back in some way. I was wondering earlier if money's being kept from me because the money that I find for people, or the information that I find that helps them get money, and then you don't ever share it with me. You lie and tell people that you did. I still haven't gotten any large donations at all, and it's overwhelming. I'm wondering if that money, how many hands it's changed, or how many hands it's been into, if it's cursed in some way, especially if it was involved in any kind of child trafficking, that maybe it's protection. This is how I have to view it, because I'm just disgusted and overwhelmed that I do these things. And yes, in this message now, I'm creating some type of temporary enemy, but there are also people on the other side who will wind up pulling out of something that I'm exposing, and I'm helping you and saving you money. Pay someone for their services. I don't have a shop set up. I don't have a cash register. I don't have an accountant. This is a job that I do. Bye.